One thing that we're really trying to dial in is our YouTube channel. And we're very, very excited for it. It's been a slow growth because we had to make that pivot from the Invested Entrepreneur, which was our first YouTube channel and podcast. We switched a couple times, but now we're set on the Canadian Mortgage Guy. Like that's what our brand is. That is what we're focused on, is just mortgages and real estate. So now that we have that dialed in, it's a brand new start. So the YouTube channel, like I think I checked this morning, we're at like 34 subscribers. Like it's super small. But I know once we have a catalog of videos in there, and the podcast is actually doing a lot better than the YouTube channel for some reason, not sure why. But once we have a big catalog of videos there, we're going to create this one optimized, dialed in renewal video, and it's going to be maybe 15 to 20 minutes long. We're not sure what the framework's going to be, but maybe an example would be how to get the best rate at renewal time, or how to have the lowest payment come renewal time, or something along the lines of having a lower payment or having the lowest rate. So we're going to dial in this episode, we're going to have it there, and then all of our videos in Canadian Mortgage Guide, let's say we have 30 videos by that time, the first link in the description is going to be directed towards that video, and we're just feeding everything to the one video. So it's kind of like, picture you've done a webinar and you have an evergreen webinar and you have that placed on a website on whatever custom URL you have. Instead of doing that now, I find that people are kind of like, when they hear webinar, they're like, I don't want, like, they're kind of just tired of it from COVID. But YouTube is this huge opportunity, and I've done such a big deep dive on it over the past like 6 months, and I'm realizing like that is the way of the future, in my opinion. And I feel like every mortgage broker should be on YouTube for many reasons. And I understand that it's a big learning curve and it's different from other social media, but like the proof is in the pudding. Like we just had this one lead that came in last week, and like I got her fully pre-approved. It's actually like a solid lead. And I asked her, I was like, hey, because I had this discovery call randomly come into my email. Usually I know who they are because it's like a realtor referral. And I'm like, okay, like she must have saw us somewhere on social, or maybe a realtor gave her our link and she booked it. So the first thing I asked was like, hey, where did you find us? And she said, oh, from the podcast. I'm like, okay, that's cool. And I started asking her some more questions. And basically, she started consuming a bunch of our videos, like probably all of them by the sounds of it. And she's in Alberta looking to move to Ontario. And I'm like, okay, that's cool. I can do that because I'm licensed in Ontario. And the one video that had her book a call was, I believe it's called multiple offers are back. Here's how you can win the home. Something along those lines. And it's like, I think maybe an 8-minute video. And we have literally 10 views on this video. Like it's our worst performing video. But that was the video that had her book a call with us. That was the one that set her over the edge. It's like, yeah, I need to book a call with these guys. These are my guys. She's already fully pre-approved with someone else, and she wanted to book a call with us because of the tactics and the strategies that we talked about in that episode, in that video. So it just goes to show you that, like, as a mortgage broker or loan officer, you don't need to have like thousands of views on your YouTube channel or podcast. You can have a small amount, and as long as that person that is stumbling across your content resonates with what you're saying, they like you, your personality, and they're hungry and they're motivated to buy or sell or renew, refinance, that's going to lead to more leads for you. And we're seeing that. Like, the fact that we've already closed business off of YouTube and our podcast, and we have such a small subscriber base, like our old channel has like 624. Man, I'm excited. I'm super excited. Like, I can't wait until we have like, call it like 10,000 subscribers, and we have maybe like a baseline of 1,000 views a video. Like, I can only imagine how that's going to go. So what are our future plans with that? We want to build Canadian Mortgage Guide to pretty much like the go-to place for people that want to distill and simplify mortgages and real estate. And by the way, if you're brand new to the mortgage industry and you're in Canada and you want to just learn mortgages, or if you're anyone that's in the Canadian mortgage industry and you just want to kind of see what we're doing there and the types of videos, like, please go ahead, rip us off, like maybe not word for word, but like take our content ideas and framework and make it your own. Like we're not opposed to that. Like do your thing. Go check it out. So we have the link in every description here. But our big plan with that is we want to build it to this big brand, like call it like 100,000 subscribers, which we think is possible because man, if you look at YouTube, I'll give you an example. You type in mortgage renewals in Canada, you would be shocked how few videos there are about renewing your mortgage in Canada. Like you think there would be a bunch. There's maybe 5, 6 solid videos about how to actually renew your mortgage and tips and tricks. And the funny thing is, the second video, at least when I search for it, the second video that's ranked is from my old channel, The Invested Entrepreneur. Like that video was made when I first started my Moffat Mortgages channel, which changed into The Invested Entrepreneur. There's like just under 8,000 views on that. And it's the second ranked video. I did it, I want to say almost 3 years ago, and it's still sitting there because the search engine with YouTube is awesome. It's the second best search engine in the world. It's the same company. It's Google. Google owns YouTube. And if you're looking to, I'm like, man, I'm coming up for renewal. I need to figure out what the heck I'm doing with my mortgage. I have no idea what I'm doing. So I'm going to go on YouTube. I'm going to search it, but there's so little content out there and nobody has a channel that's actually doing this stuff. So I think there's that huge opportunity. And what we want to do is grow this channel. It sounds unrealistic, but I honestly think it'll be to this point. We have this never ending amount of leads that are coming in from all over Canada, not just Ontario. So we want to eventually maybe get our license in other provinces or have this like as a hub where we pass off leads to other brokers and take a certain percentage of it. And just have that as like our main business model because like at the end of the day, like we love mortgages and being mortgage brokers, but we don't necessarily like being in the file. Like in an ideal perfect world, we love marketing, sales, and the upfront lead gen type of activities. So if we can have that and then maybe ship off the leads to competent brokers that we've partnered with, then that would be the ideal world for us.